Good morning.
Oh, did you know there's people up there? Hello, people upstairs. This is amazing. This looks wonderful. Welcome, everybody. My name is Dirceu da Silva, but my friends and family call me Didi. And since I consider you all my friends and family, you can also call me Didi. Didi, yes, getting a hang of it. Welcome, awesome. A lot of people ask me, well, where did you get your name from? Well, it's simple. My dad named me after a Brazilian football player. He was probably hoping that I myself would grow up to be an amazing football player. Unfortunately for him, I couldn't play football in my life. But as you heard, I am a proud father of 5 children, so I may not be able to play football, but I can definitely score. You see all the ladies in the room, 5 children, oh, it's for a wife. And all the guys go, yeah, Didi, way to go. Awesome. So this is great. And I heard we had a lot of people here, so I just want to check. Is there anybody here from England? Yeah. Woo, of course, very obvious. I also heard that the Netherlands is in the house. Yeah. Colombia? Yeah. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien. So, how's the family?
Very good.
Very good. For those of you who don't understand Spanish, I asked him how everything was going, and then I asked him about his family. So, just for the people who don't speak Spanish. I also heard Mexico was in the house. Is Mexico in the house? No?
No Malaysia here.
Malaysia. Is Malaysia in the house? Yeah. Yeah. Who else? Who did I forget?
United
Germany.
States. USA.
I heard Nigeria is also in the house.
Always.
And India. Wow, so many countries.
USA.
You, what, is America in the house?
Woo!
Be more excited, man. Yeah, USA, USA.
Yeah.
So this is pretty amazing because usually a company starts, then they do a launch, and then people get to know about it, and then they start to grow. But Omnia believes in challenging the status quo. So today is the launch, but there's already so many people involved in this company. I think that deserves a huge applause because it's all because of you. So a big round of applause for yourself. And this is going to be an amazing day. It's a launch. We're going to have amazing speakers on the stage that's going to be dazzle you. Of course, also your input is very welcome. We're going to have a lot of energy in this room because the people that are going to stand on stage are going to give you a lot of energy. So can we make a deal that you're going to give a lot of energy back? Is that okay?
Yeah.
People upstairs, is that okay? Yeah. Who's more energetic? The people downstairs? Let me hear the people downstairs. People upstairs? I think it's a tie. I love this crowd. You're already my favorite crowd. Next time I'm going to speak anywhere, I'm going to take you all with me. Is that okay? Nice. So we're going to start off, and this is how today's going to work. Before every speaker comes on stage, they have their own little intro, just like the one I did. So when the intro is over, I want you to give the biggest applause and make sure that the speaker feels welcome here. So, are you ready? Yeah. No. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. Then, please be ready for our first speaker. Hold on to the video.
A loving mother, an amazing daughter, and a sister. Passionate and driven to help people with a limitless mindset. She is an inspiration to many and determined to win in this industry. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Amira Habib Twyman.
Welcome, London! So you guys obviously saw me walking with my phone up, and it kind of went wrong because I dropped it. But let me start off directly the fact that I came up and I used for the very first time Facebook Live because I've never used it before. I didn't even know actually how it worked. So I asked someone that was standing right behind the VIP section, and I asked someone from the security, and I said, "Can you help me with this Facebook app and tell me how I can switch on my Facebook Live?" And the person was looking at me like, "Are you from 1970? Because you don't look like someone." And I was like, "Yeah, I never used this before, but I want to share this moment that I come up and I see like not only London, but I see like all the continents of the world who are here with me today to see this amazing opportunity that's just been born from the 1st of September. So if you see, we're right in the middle of the century where actually everything is about technology. Our complete life, from the moment we start, we wake up, from the moment we take our first bite, from the moment we step out of the shower, from the moment we step in the car, from the moment we arrive at our work or at our school, we're into the fastest period of time in this technology. So welcome everyone to be here with me, with us today here. This is not me speaking at you, but this is actually all of us speaking with each other. I'll be showing you about this amazing opportunity today called Omnia. And before I start with Omnia, I'll tell you very briefly about myself. After my law studies, I've been working at the government of Holland. And at that time, I was really looking for something to explore myself in the world. Because I wasn't used to, because of my background as well. My mom is from Pakistan and my dad's from Saudi Arabia. So I was used to traveling a lot. And after my studies, I was looking for something to make a living out, but at the same time have the opportunity to explore the world. And in this journey, I found a few opportunities, but they were just not it. So August 2016, we were getting a lot of phone calls, and a lot of people were asking us, "Amira, listen, the world of cryptocurrency is changing. It'll be the new payment system. You will need a cryptocurrency in the coming years." I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, but I did hear about Bitcoin. So I asked my husband. It was $520 at that moment. I said, "Paolo, can we buy one Bitcoin?" And he said, "Honey, we're not buying Bitcoin because it's been dropping since the last year. So if you want to buy it, let's try next year." But I said, "You know what? Let's just buy one so we understand how it works, because we've been hearing so many things about it." But he didn't agree with me, so we didn't buy any, unfortunately. And as the time passed by, we came more and more in contact with this world of cryptocurrency, and we found out that the world of cryptocurrency is this large at this moment that we have more than 600 coins next to Bitcoin. That's incredible. That's unbelievable. So at that time, we didn't buy one, and everybody knows right now that it went up more than $4,000, right? Yes, okay. Okay, so let's start. The digital world, as I was explaining, our complete life has been consumed by the technology of today. Everything is decided by the way we use the social media, the way we use our phones, the way we use our computers, even the way we use our makeup. Like, so many girls go online and watch YouTube tutorials to become like professional makeup artists. So it's amazing. On one way, like, we have access to such a big world of information, and on the other hand, it brings our family even closer to us. So, like, even 20 years ago, if I wanted to share something with my grandma, I was supposed to call her and then explain her, like, what happened at school, what achievement I had. And now I can just go online and I tell her, like, I'm gonna call you on FaceTime. switch on, just press that button and you see everything I want you to see right now. This is amazing, right? So, one thing is for sure, technology revolutionized nearly every sector. So the way we used to travel, the way we used to record movies, the way we used to make phone calls, everything's been changed. And it'll be changing in the coming century as well. But what's really surprising is that there's one sector in the world that hasn't changed. And this is the financial sector, the banks. So isn't it logical that if everything's moving around us and everything is changing, even like we're going to have cars which will be able to drive without drivers.
No spam.
We don't have maps anymore. We have everything online. So we have access to all the information we need. But when it comes to our most important asset in our life, which we've been working for day in, day out, from generation to generation, like everybody's building up something for themselves or family, or for a different project. And that's the financial sector. How come it hasn't changed yet? Banks are still taking hundreds of billions of fees from us. Billions of people in the world still have no access to banks. And if you look at the fact, like, it doesn't matter if you make a living with euros, if you make a living in pounds, you make a living in dollars. But if we go back to 1980, and we would take like $100,000, and we would look at the value of the dollar at that time, and the same $100,000 we would still have today, then it's just $63,000. This is unbelievable, right? So something's going to happen, and something should change. And there must be something better and faster. But 99% of the world haven't recognized it. Because less than 6% of the world knows about cryptocurrency, or has heard something about cryptocurrency, or has read an article about cryptocurrency. And less than 1% of the world owns cryptocurrency, which means that 99% of the market is open.
That means 99%
of the market we have access to, because we have internet. We have the fastest technology to reach out to people. So we all know, of course, about Bitcoin. Is there anyone who doesn't know about Bitcoin? No. Who knows about Bitcoin? All right. Who owns Bitcoin? Wow. Okay. So look around you and wonder if you're the person who doesn't have any Bitcoins. How come? How come? So what we can see about Bitcoins is that Bitcoins is the mother of all coins, and at this moment there are more than 27 million merchants where we can already pay and have access to use our Bitcoins. And we can pay with Bitcoin anything. You can go do your hair, you can go buy a car, you can use Bitcoins for any payment you want to do. So it's already at that point that you can use it just the way you're using your local currency. And Bitcoins, of course, cryptocurrency, our biggest advantage is we cut out the banks, we cut out the middleman. We don't have the high fees anymore. We don't have to rely on a few days to have a transaction done because you're sending money to Africa or you're sending money to Asia or whatsoever. So if this is already a possibility, so let's see what this possibility could mean for us to Omnia. So, as I was explaining to you guys, when I saw Bitcoin, well, I saw it a few times, but when I decided to buy one Bitcoin in August 2016, my husband was the person who said, don't buy it. And at that time, it was $520. And if you look at 2011, it was just 30 cents. And today's value, of course, we know it went up 2 Fridays ago to $4,800. So, what are most of the experts and most of the analysts and even people from the financial sector saying about Bitcoin? And even Richard Branson, they're saying that Bitcoin has the potential to go and rise up until $100,000. So, having said that, I want to come to the next point, and that's where most of the people know or hear something about cryptocurrency, but they don't know basically how to get it. Next to Bitcoin, of course, we have Ethereum, Zcash, and Litecoin. These are some incredible coins with an incredible background, because Ethereum is actually a coin which offers a solution for the companies worldwide to implement the blockchain in their company. Zcash is a coin which, if you decide to buy something online, but you're not sure if your details, your personal details, will be safe to leave it behind on a certain web shop, then you can use Zcash. It will offer you anonymity to buy, to get your product, but at the same time to protect your personal details. And Litecoin, of course, it's a very simple coin. You can use it for any product, any services you need. And it's if you Google to it, you'll see that a lot of merchants are already providing you the possibility to use Litecoin. So what we know is that today's market capitalization of the coin market is $140 billion, which might sound a lot, but it's nothing at this moment compared to Apple, which has a market capitalization of $800 billion. So we all know that the potential is there. We all know the market is there. And we all know that we're just right there at the beginning, right at the start. So, while I was explaining to you that cryptocurrency is the future and Bitcoin has already been accepted by 27 million merchants, the next question would rise is that if we've heard sometimes about cryptocurrency, how come we don't have it yet? How come that we haven't bought a single Bitcoin like I did? And that brings us then to the second point. If you want to get cryptocurrency, you have two options. You either go to the market, so you go to an exchange platform and you buy. And like we know, Bitcoin is at this moment, it's almost, it hit $4,800. So we all know, like most of us, we don't have access to $100,000 to buy some Bitcoins for ourselves. But another option is you go to a transparent, good, reliable mining company and you mine the Bitcoin for yourself, which would be like producing your own Bitcoin. Yeah. So this is where Omnia comes in, because Omnia is working together with Genesis Mining. And when I didn't buy the Bitcoin in August 2016, I kept looking into the market to the possibilities. And once we found out that there's a possibility to mine your own Bitcoin, we came across a lot of companies. And we looked into a few things like the transparency, how transparent is a mining company. We looked into the track record. How long has the mining company been there? And we looked into the founders, because this is very important. If you invest your money in a mining company, you want as much of security you can get, and most of the time, it's not that much. So when I found out, and I was coming across a lot of companies in South Korea, in America, even in Holland, I saw a club who was mining Bitcoins. And I saw in most of these companies, they would come up with a return of investment in a few months. And I knew this is not possible. I knew with a few companies, they came up and they said the founders are anonymous because everybody owns the mining pool. So there were a lot of things which I wasn't feeling okay with to invest my money, until we saw Genesis Mining. And Genesis Mining has been in the market since 2013. The founders, one of the founders, Dr. Marcus Strang, has been on TEDx. We all know that you don't come on TEDx if you don't have a reliable track record or background. Next to Dr. Marcus Strang, there was Dr. Marco Pro and Sir Jakov Dolic. And everything that I was Googling and looking up into was excellent, absolutely clean and absolutely excellent. So I told Pardon, you know what? Let's invest in Genesis Mining. And once we started looking into the packages, we found out that Genesis Mining only mines the most profitable coins in the market. And this is something really strong, okay? Because if you don't have the knowledge of cryptocurrency and you don't know which coin next to Bitcoin to mine for yourself, you need expertise. But I didn't have the expertise, neither did my husband. So you need expertise. And then we saw that in Genesis Mining, they have the expertise. Because they started mining Ethereum when it was just $6. And we all know it went up to more than $200, right?
Yeah.
So we all know all the customers are really satisfied customers, right? So I knew one thing, Genesis Mining is the company we're gonna mine with. And then we got a phone call. We got a phone call by the legendary brothers, Moni and Wayne. And they told us, they said, do you know Genesis Mining? We're like, yes, of course we know Genesis Mining. Genesis Mining is like the Apple of cryptocurrency. If you think of phones, you think of Apple and Samsung. If you think of mining, you think of Genesis Mining. And they said, yes, it's true, it's right. I'll tell you something more, Amira. There's about to launch a new project, and this new company is going to partner up with Genesis Mining. And I was like, no way, this is not happening. It would mean like that a new company would partner up with Apple. So I said, tell me more. And it was too confidential. At that time, it was the third week of July. And they said, listen, everything is still in process, and we're about to pre-launch from the 1st of August. So when we come and touch down in Holland, we'll tell you more. I said, no, I need to know today. So we took the car, we went to Calais, and we met them halfway, because they came from the UK. And we sat down in the car in the middle of the night, and they started explaining us. And everything we heard, we didn't have even heard about the compensation plan, but my husband said, we're doing it. It's Genesis Mining, we're doing it. At that time, we didn't even know it was named Omnia. So being said that, Omnia was born 1st of August. So it was pre-launched, and 1st of September, it was a fact. It was 100% proud partner of Genesis Mining. So what we know, of course, about Genesis Mining. So what is the product? The product is hash power. We deliver hash power. We own the hardware, and Genesis Mining gives us the expertise they have, because they have people in their company that have been trained by them, that are certified, that have had the education in the last few years, which you cannot find in the market. You cannot even buy these experts from Genesis Mining. This is not possible. So they get the expertise from Genesis Mining, but Omnia owns the hardware. And what Omnia does is they deliver the hash power to the clients of Omnia. And the clients of Omnia have the possibility to mine Litecoin, Bitcoin, Zcash, Ethereum, and Ethereum Classic, the most profitable coins at this moment. So as I told you before, Genesis Mining, wherever you'll try to find out information on Genesis Mining, everything is excellent, really credible sources, huge company, the biggest cloud mining company of the world. So having said that, we'll see what I was explaining to you is the hash power is a product of Omnia. So we deliver the hash power to the clients, and the hash power, you could imagine it like if you have a bulb at home, then depending on how strong the bulb is, you need the power. So this is the same thing which you need to mine the coins. So these are the packages, and I'll show you the packages of Bitcoin. And we have the smallest package of $50. This package is being made available for the emerging countries because Omnia, we thought it's really important that if we go out with this opportunity should be available for everyone, for every single person. So if you, in the last few years, you made some decisions which didn't bring you further in life, and which, because of that, you don't have enough money to invest, you have still the possibility with Omnia to start off with a package of $50. And the biggest package that we have is the Elite Master Miner, and that's $25,000. All the packages you see right here are linear, which means that you could have a package of $25,000, or you could have a package of $1,000, but times 25. So you could have 25 accounts with $1,000. Gives you the same hash power. So this is very important to know, which when I saw this, I understood that even the product is very transparent. And you can't see or find anywhere in the world how transparent Omnia is delivering the products. These are the Ethereum packages. And what we deliver is the lifetime mining plan, which means is that you have the possibility to mine. And regarding to other companies, if you mine with a contract, you get a contract for 2 years. And with Omnia, you get a contract for lifetime, which means that at least 10 until 15 years, you can mine the coin you want. And if the coin is not profitable to mine anymore, Omnia will give you the possibility to relocate your hash power to another coin. This is something really strong to remember, because most of the mining companies, they offer you a contract which is limited because you can only mine the coin until it's not profitable anymore. Or you can mine your coin until 2 years, and after 2 years you have to reinvest again to get the same amount, buy another contract and start mining. And with Omnia, you don't have to do that. You have lifetime mining, 10 till 15 years, even more. But we don't know how the technology is going to change, but because of the expertise and the analysts in the market, we know that for 10 to 15 years, we know we can mine with Omnia. So you see here, this is Crypto Compare. You can find this online. You see the Bitcoin calculator and the Ethereum calculator. So if you want to calculate your investment and see what the return of your investment is going to be, you just fill in your hash power, which you can see right under the difficulty factor. And then you see some fees, you see some things you need to fill in for the cost, but there are no costs. So you just fill in 0, 0, 0, 0, and once you press calculate mining profit, you will see, and I can tell you for the Bitcoin packages, you will get your return on investment within the 12 months, because the price of Bitcoin is rising, of course. So within the 12 months, you'll be break even, which means is that after your first year, the second, third, and all the years after that, if we have the same difficulty, you'll have 100% profit. This is amazing, right?
Yeah.
Yes. This is amazing, right? So for Ethereum, the same another calculator from Crypto Compare, you use it the same way you use the Bitcoin calculator. So this was the mining process. And if you get registered, you choose your package. After choosing your package, you create your own e-wallet. Yes, this is very easy. You can use different wallets online. You create your own e-wallet, connect it to your back office, and you're up and running. And then in the first 5 days, they will set up everything for you, and from the 5th working day, you'll start mining. So we all know now that we can mine with the best company in the world. Yes? Yes. Okay. We all know that we're working with the biggest cloud mining company in the world. Yes? Yes. Okay. So what if you help other persons also to mine? Would we like to know that? Yes. All right. So Omnia has an excellent marketing plan. I've compared this with other companies. I've never seen this before. And I'll explain you what I've never seen before, what makes this so amazing. First of all, if you find someone in your family or someone from your network which you would like to show the way you started mining, okay? You get a direct sales in fiat currency, and that's 10% on the package. So let's say if we have else over here, and we have, let's say, we have Dilarajit Singh over here, and they start mining with me. And at that moment, when they start mining with me and they choose a package, I get rewarded 10% direct sales because I found them. Without me, the Omnia wouldn't have the clients, right? Yep. So it makes logic that I get the commission, right? All right. So once I found them, and they start finding more people who want to know about cryptocurrency who also want Bitcoins, you start getting a network. And when you start getting a network, we have a daily network bonus, and this is just amazing. You get 10% of the turnover of your weakest team. So I have Els and Dilarajit Singh. So if Els is my weaker team with the weakest turnover, then I will get 10% over this team, and that will be paid out in daily, but through cycles. And you know, a lot of companies work with cycles, but none of them give you 10%. So this is one thing I knew, like we're front in the rest. So you get 10% on your cycle. And what is the cycle? Cycle is $1,000. You can earn up to 40 cycles a day. That means $4,000 a day. And the cycles are matched to the package you start with. So if you start up with a package of $500, you receive 10 cycles a day, which means $1,000 a day. If you start up with the 8,500 package, you get 22 cycles a day. That means $2,200 a day. If you start up with the Elite Miner package, you get 40 cycles a day. That means $4,000 a day.
Jeez.
And your turnover is been removed from your stronger leg. So let's say if we start up the first day with this, with Els, that looks like Julia, and with the Delaware Singh, that looks like Patrick. So if Delaware Singh has a turnover of $10,000 and Els has a turnover of $12,000, then the 10,000 will be erased. Okay, my time is over. I'm going to thank you all for your time. Yes, thank you very much. Let's see you for the next one.
Yeah, the Omni is going to be huge. That chick was on fire right there. Hope she laid it out for you guys. It makes sense. Omni is the bomb. Low buy-in, $50. I thought it was only 100, but it's a $50. It's a deal. Lifetime mining contracts. Are you kidding me? And a binary with this kind of cycles, the best. Necesito. Hey guys, we'll get back to you in a few minutes.